Hello, America, and everywhere else in the world. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Corey Has a Podcast. I am your host, Corey Easley, and it is a beautiful Sunday in New York City. Just a little update. That whole Instagram scam situation, I ended up blocking the dude. I just ended up blocking him because he hit me up again like, hey, brother. And I'm like, nope. So in case this is your first time listening, if you go back to the last couple episodes, I was just talking about how I did a let's see what happens with one of these. Hey, I could boost your Instagram page if you give me $36, people. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. This can't be real, but let's see what happens. And I did it, and it's bullshit. But, you know, the guy kept hitting me up, and I officially finally had to block him. So that's it. The guy's blocked now. He can't contact me again. Won't stop other people from doing it. People are going to keep on asking you for shit every time you post something. Just is what it is. If you want to have like an interesting couple of days on social media, if your social media life is getting stale, then fuck it. Give in to one of these, what definitely seemed to be a scam. Give in to one and just see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? You lose your Instagram? Oh, well, make a new one. Who gives a shit? Unless you're making a lot of money from it, then don't do this. Don't do what I did. My Instagram is dumb. So, anyway, I'm now involved in another scam. So this scam is, I saw a pair of sneakers. They came out. I've been really into Reeboks lately for training. I bought a pair of Reebok Nanos. I want to say maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I love them. My only issue with them is I can't do certain workouts with them because, I don't know, I just feel like they have too much space in the toe box for me, and I don't have like a narrow-ass, slender-ass foot necessarily, but it's a little more roomy in the toe box than I'm used to, so if I gotta like drop down to the fucking floor and do a burpee or something, I just feel like the shoes are distracting to me, which makes me go slower, and it's probably just mental. Or if I got to do a box jump or some shit, like, I just feel like the shoes make me move slower. And then I started wearing them recently, and then I kind of just got to a point where I'm like, I guess the shoes don't necessarily make me move slower, but I think really it's because the shoes have that soft, like knit fabric on the front, where the toes are, and I just got to get like a leather shoe. So I saw a pair of shoes online that I thought were super dope in a super cool colorway, and I was like thinking about them for days. This was maybe like 2 months ago I saw them, and I'm like, damn, those are fucking cool. And I do this thing where I'll see something I like, I'll add it to my cart, I'll close the tab, I'll walk away from the computer and I'll close the laptop, right? Or if it's on my phone or whatever, I'll add the shit to my cart. I'll close the app and be like, fuck this. I'm not going to go without. I have shoes, you know? It's just weird. I'm really, like, I'll buy something for someone else before I buy something for myself. I don't know what that is. I'm not trying to sound like some really generous person or anything like that. I don't know why. But I've recently came to the conclusion that I'm at a place in my life where I would rather see money in my bank account than have the thing. Like, the money in the account is just like more, brings me more joy. And so that's where I'm at. But so I saw these shoes, and then I just like went, like, one day I was feeling good. I said, you know what? I work hard. I deserve this shit. I went online, and they were sold out, or they just weren't. I didn't see anything that said sold out on the Reebok website, but I just didn't see the shoes anymore. Like, I couldn't find them. Because the thing that annoys me about buying stuff online sometimes is like the picture of the item will be there and it'll say sold out. And it's like, why are you still showing me this? Because what if I like it and I want it and I can't? And you're just kind of teasing me with this, look at this thing you could have had type situation. So I was just scouring the internet, kind of, right? We think we do research now when we type something into a Google search bar. It's like, I did some research. No, you Googled something. and you looked out maybe on the first page of what came up as a your search result, right? So I Googled Reebok Nanos, and I think it's like X2 or something like that, whatever the style of the shoe was. And so I'm seeing all these colorways come up, and I'm seeing all these styles come up, and they really, like, this is not a Reebok ad. I don't get paid by them. I'm not sponsored by them. But if you are looking for shoes to work out in, they have a great shoe for training. Nice and flat for deadlifting, nice and sturdy on the bottoms, and you can do box jumps, and you can do broad jumps, and you can actually transition into like cycling, some Olympic weightlifting stuff too, if you're not like actually a weightlifter and you're just a CrossFitter trying to move fast, right? And move through a WOD or something like that. But anyway, so they have so much shit. So right, if you check out Reebok Nanos and you're looking for some training shoes, they're really dope. I mean, I like Metcons, I like Nobles too, but these just been my thing lately. So I go and I look, and I see this. I'm like scrolling, and on like the third page, I'm like, holy shit, these are the shoes. And I found this place. It's called Roadrunner. I'll tell you right now. I gotta look this shit up. I'm gonna tell you, Roadrunner Sports, sporting and athletic goods company. Roadrunner is kind of like a Dick's Sporting Goods type store, which I always enjoy going into a Dick's. And I don't know what it is. I always have. Like, it's like a gigantic version of Modell's, right? And if you remember Modell's was like, gotta go to Mo's, gotta go to Modell's. Modell's was the shit. They had, wherever city you lived in, it was whatever team was going to, like, so the Modell's I lived next to in the Bronx, it was all like Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, Rangers, Islander, like it was just all the New York teams, and they had all the hats, and they had all the jerseys, and they had all the they had equipment, like they sold skateboards, they sold fucking fishing rods. Motherfuckers in the Bronx were going fishing, all low fishing, but like they sold all types of shit, and it was cool. And it was like back in the day, like you could get a pair of Converse, you get a pair of Chucks for like $25. I don't know how much they cost now, but actually, let me look this shit up. How much do Converse go for now? Chuck Taylors. Yeah, these motherfuckers are like $65 now. When I was a kid, they were like $30. What kind of bullshit is that? You know what I mean? There's nothing to them, really. And they try to trick you into thinking that motherfuckers played sports in these things. You want to break your ankle? Put a pair of fucking Converse on and go try to cross somebody on a basketball court. I dare you. But anyway, you know, those are the shit. But you go to like a Dick's, right? And Dick's is huge. Some Dick's have like a rock climbing wall. Some Dick's have a bathroom. You ever go to a place and they're like, you guys have a bathroom? And they're like, nope. And they're like, well, where do you guys use the bathroom? And they're like, well, we shit in the back behind the fucking parking lot. So no, if you want to go back there, that's on you. But no, Dick's is great. They have a huge selection. They have great prices on stuff. If you're looking to get like athletic wear, stuff to run in, I feel like runners have like so much gear. Like runners have like stuff for the winter, stuff for the summer, long sleeve, short sleeve, protective suit, goggles, helmet, but like doesn't look like a helmet, swim cap in case you trip and fall into a puddle, but you could still wear it while you run. They have all types of shit, gloves for some reason or other. But yeah, they got all that shit at Dick's. So this place looked, so what happened was, I was like, I've been caught in a lot of scams lately. So I'm on this website called, I forgot. Did I say Roadrunner Athletics? And I'm looking, and as I'm saying the name, and now I'm getting all these ads for it, and it's almost like they're taunting me because I put an order in. I spent a nice little amount of money on some shoes, and I don't have a tracking number. I don't have, like, I'm getting emails from them about, like, deals and save on this and check this thing out that's coming up. And Are you looking to get sized? It's like, man, I just really want the item. I just really want the shit I ordered. And I've always had an issue with shopping online for this very reason. Because it's like, there's nothing like walking into an establishment, touching, feeling, looking at the thing you want, holding it in your hand, paying the person money, and then walking out of the store with it. I love that. That's one of my favorite fucking things. Like, it's instant gratification, and you get to interact with a person instead of talking to a computer, which is what we spend far too much time doing. We stare at a screen, you're done for the day, you turn off a screen, and you start going on another screen until you fall asleep. Don't you want to just interact with another person? Not all the time, but I mean, at least when you're going to go buy something, right? You can't even get customer service anymore. You call a customer service number, it's like, press 1 for this, press 2 for that. Like, you can't even explain the kind of help you need because the option isn't really available. So, but that's a different thing to talk about. But yeah, so I ordered this thing, don't have a tracking number, and that's just what happened. So, but before I put the order in, I did Google, is this legit? Is this real? Is this a real store? And there's, apparently they're in Paramus, New Jersey, like everything else. Everything's in Paramus, New Jersey. What do you want? New furniture at a discounted price? Go to Paramus, New Jersey. What do you want? To change your cell phone from Verizon to AT&T? Go to Paramus, New Jersey. That's where you have to do everything nowadays. But jokes aside, I actually keep seeing all these phone commercials, and nobody shits on the companies they're competing with like the fucking phone companies. Like, T-Mobile will be like, hey, you got AT&T? Fuck AT&T. Come over to T-Mobile, whatever phone they give you, we'll give it to you for free. And on top of that, we'll add a family plan that's half the price of the family plan at Verizon. So if you are at Verizon, come over here too. They also suck. What do they have, cable? Like, they straight up call out names. It just reminds me of like the hip hop that I grew up on when motherfuckers was straight up called names. It reminds me of like Tupac hit him up when he was just straight up saying, fuck Bad Boy, fuck Biggie, fuck Lil Kim. Like, he was just going off on all these motherfuckers and calling them straight up by name. And that's kind of what that's kind of what T-Mobile has been doing. Funny enough, I have T-Mobile, and this is the thing about phones, cell phones. Nobody wants to deal with this shit, right? So whatever your phone company is, you'll just have it, right? You'll just put it on auto pay if you can, if that's an option for you, and you will just not think about it. That's what like, it just should be an out of sight, out of mind thing. We use our phones all the time. You need them. It's just a bill you don't want to pay. I don't want to see it. Let it happen. I'll get like a little alert saying the phone bill was successfully processed. And I'm like, yeah, of course. These motherfuckers are just taking my money, right? And you get to a place where occasionally you start thinking, I just work so I could give my money to other people all the time, right? But you got to have a phone. You need a phone for work. You need a phone to conduct business. You need a phone for safety and to meet up with your friends, you know? Although back in the day, they kind of did it with no problem, right? Back in the day, it'd be like, listen, I'll meet you at the corner of 30th and 3rd at 7 p.m., and then we'll walk to the restaurant from there. And they'd be like, all right, see you then. And motherfuckers would sit there. They would go there and meet you at the time. And if you were late or something came up on the way, they would go to the restaurant. You would call the restaurant, and while you're sitting at the table, maybe having a drink while you wait for your friend, they'll be like, hey, you got a phone call from a Gloria Estevez, and then you'll walk over to the I don't know where I'm pulling these names out of sometimes. But yeah, so I just, this is the thing, right? At the end of the day, when you order something online, it's because you want it, right? It takes a lot for me to go check out. And I'm not even in like dire straits. Like, it's like, yeah, you can do that. Go ahead. Treat yourself to something nice. I'm not like I'm not like one of those, oh, I did something good, I gotta treat myself. I'm not a treat kind of person. But if I like something, I feel like, you know what, I work hard, and I do tell myself this. I do this thing where I try to like justify stuff, and I feel like I want to move away from that, because it's like, you know what, it's your life. You know, I feel like a lot of us do that, where it's like, you know what, you work hard, you deserve to do things. It's like, you know, you do. Whatever you got to tell yourself, you do. If you work hard and you fucking, and then, you know what, if you don't work hard and that's how you want to fucking spend your money, I guess by all means do it. But I just want these shoes, and I'm hoping I'm not getting scammed again. And I will update you all, because I tell you what, if this thing is in Paramus, New Jersey, I'm in New York City. I'm probably, you know what? Shit that comes from Jersey usually comes overnight, actually. How far is Paramus, New Jersey from NYC? 52 minutes in a vehicle. 52 minutes. You know, they can get this shit here overnight. I just want my shoes. Why do I want these shoes? All right, let's go into that. Why do I want these shoes? I want these shoes because they're a color that I don't have. And I think they will look cool. I'm a firm believer, and I've said this so many times. We go to the gym, right? Like, looking like you're about to go to the gym, being in like athleisure in the last, I want to say like 5 to 10 years has become very fashionable, right? Like, it's that, like, if you're on your day off, you see a lot of motherfuckers, like, if people have motherfuckers that are walking around and that have like hundreds of thousands of dollars just sitting in their bank account, are just walking around in Lululemon and whatever comfy white sneakers they want to fucking have on. And it's just like, you know, you could walk around looking like a slob in some sweatpants, but being in quote unquote athleisure has become the thing. Like, has become like a sign of, I don't know, it's stylish. It's stylish. There's people that never set foot in the gym before walking around wearing Gymshark and shit like that, right? And but when I go to the gym, I like to feel like what I'm wearing is still represent, like, I want to still feel comfortable when I have on, like it's something I would wear, right? Like, I don't like putting shit on that makes me feel like when I was in college, I worked at a supermarket called Pathmark, and I used to have to wear this smock that zipped up, and it was burgundy, and it was kind of big and boxy, almost like it was like a Dickies shirt, but like zip up, if that paints a picture for you, right? It was like a burgundy Dickies type cardboardish cotton shirt in burgundy that had Pathmark embroidered on the chest, like where a name tag would be. And then under, you would actually put your name tag in. My shit said Corey on it. And it was put on there by a P-Touch machine, which I'm a huge fan of P-Touch machines. And I didn't want to walk around in that shit, but it was my uniform, right? I work in an industry now where I can kind of pretty much dress how I want to dress, as long as I'm wearing clothing that I could move in, right? So you got to, you know, you want to still take ownership and pride, right? It's all about presentation for me. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I just want my shoes, and I hope Roadrunner Sports is a real thing. If anyone has ever ordered something from Roadrunner Sports and felt like, hey, maybe Roadrunner Sports, just so you know, heads up, Roadrunner Sports doesn't actually send tracking information, but one day you walk into your building and it's just in the package area. You can email me at coreyhasapodcast@gmail.com. But again, this is why I hate ordering shit online. I hate ordering shit online for a lot of reasons. Mostly being you don't have it immediately. And I like instant gratification. And that's it. That's just the truth about me. Tune in next week if you want to hear the truth about somebody else. All right? Have a great day. Talk to a therapist if you need to. Hang out with your friends. Sometimes we got friends in need. Sometimes your friends are going through a hard time while you're going through a good time. And you feel guilty because you don't want to talk to them about how awesome of a time you're having while they're struggling. And sometimes it's vice versa. But at the end of the day, we all just need to listen to each other a little bit better. Love on your family, love on your loved ones, and make love to your lover. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Later.